It's not funny, but it's laughable. Okay, so Mark Meadows thinks, Tara, that President Trump he can't be racist because he has a black employee. I'll let you tackle that.
Well, obviously, it's one of the most asinine things to come out of the mouth of a congressman during one of these hearings. And then to pull the stunt that he did to use a black woman as a prop to say, see, no, look, she's going to dispute what you said, Michael Cohen. She works for Donald Trump. She doesn't think he's a racist.
She's black.
And she's black. And to have her stand there on display like that was something I've never seen. You know, when I worked in Congress, I've been in a lot of hearings also. I've never seen anything like that. And it infuriated me a lot. Because
shouldn't someone get in and say, okay, listen, all right, maybe you don't think you're a racist, but what you did was certainly racially insensitive.
Yes.
You need to learn.
And this is the problem when you don't have diversity on staff, when you don't have people of color in decision-making positions, because anyone worth their salt would have said that that's not a good idea, because it was tokenism at its worst, and it was laughable. And on top of that, you're going to pick someone like Lynn Patton, who is basically the wedding planner for Eric Trump, with no experience whatsoever working at HUD. She was a family friend of the Trumps in a major position, and that's who you're going to trot out, someone who's like the personal assistant of the family, to say, oh, well, he's not racist. I mean, anyone who knows Donald Trump knows that he has a history of this. And Mark Meadows, of all people, he was one of the birther guys. There is video of him out there now talking about, we're going to send Barack Obama back to Kenya.
We're going to play that.
Meadows really needs...
All right, well, let's play that. Let's play that. Come on.
Think again.
Yeah, play that.
So what we're going to do is take back our country. 2012 is the time that we're going to send Mr. Obama home to Kenya or wherever it is. We're going to do it.
So this was not the first time that he pushed this racist conspiracy theory that Obama wasn't born in the U.S., and then he's offended by people calling him racist. What gives here?
Well, of course. I mean, first of all, and we shouldn't even have to say this in 2019, right? The theory that President Obama was not born in the United States of America is racist. It was peddled by racists. It was racist when Donald Trump did it before he was a candidate. It was racist when he did it as a candidate. And members of Congress who were elected on that type of rhetoric were engaged in racism, using racism for political gain. What we saw here, though, today with Congressman Meadows was fascinating from several reasons. First, right, the initial tokenism of Lynn Patton, right? Here is a black woman who works for Donald Trump, and so therefore Donald Trump cannot be racist, which on its face is ridiculous. Second, she doesn't even get to speak. She literally, stand up, black woman. See, she likes Donald Trump. Okay, you can sit down now. We're going to go back to talking, right? The framing of it was remarkable. But then, to have a woman of color congresswoman later on speak the way that many of us at home watching this were thinking, right? That this was offensive, this was strange. Why? Having her use her voice and her platform, a newly elected member of Congress, to say that, and to then have this congressman so almost hysterically respond to her. Well, I couldn't be a racist. I have a black friend. His name's Elijah Cummings, and I have black nieces and nephews. And he goes on to
looking for
tokenize
to bail him out.
Well,
he's like, come on, you know me.
He gets called out for tokenizing Lynn Patton, and what does he do? He tokenizes Elijah Cummings, and then tokenizes his own nieces and nephews to insist that
she's a woman of her. You know, she did it on her own volition.
Yeah, she did. And but you know what though? I'm going to say something about that too. She likes the attention. Did you see? She tweeted it out ahead of time, and she was going to do this. She's part of that same cabal of Trump attention seekers that were nobodies before, that have a taste of power now, and they're milking it, and allowing themselves to be used as props. And that shame on the Republican Party for doing this over and over again. This was a frustration I had as a woman of color in the Republican Party for 20 years now, trying to get them to get past these kinds of racially tokenized acts. They think that this is what is shows that they're not racist, they aren't bigots, but it's racially insensitive, and they don't have anybody in, like I said, in decision-making positions to tell them, no, that's not really how it works.
I've got to get this in, because in an interview with Roll Call, Meadows clarified his remarks. He says, I think it's a non-issue, he said. Obviously, bringing it back is probably a poor choice of words on my part. More than anything else, I believe he's an American citizen, and I believe in my district he is going to lose overwhelmingly. That's what he said at the time.
Excuse.
It's always an excuse.
There's always an excuse. Enough is enough, to Wes's point. It's 2019. I mean, we're still pulling these kinds of stunts.
Yeah.
Well, of course. In so much of the conversation,
10 seconds.
In so much of the conversation we're having